Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your weekly forecast for December 16th through the 22nd. Happy birthday to the last batch of Sagittarius for Sagittarius season. We're going to see what's happening for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're using our Rudolph deck again here. And then the money manifesting affirmation again. You guys seemed to like that. So we're going to keep with these for the rest of December, these cards. Let's see what's happening for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. Here is your Monday, Tuesday. Oopsie. Your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. All right, Saggy. So, Monday, Tuesday, your first card here from our Rudolph deck is 7 of Diamonds. So, Sagittarius, you might have been really working kind of hard lately. And let's pause here for a moment. Brought those up a little closer. You might have been working really hard lately. Okay, so 7 of Diamonds or 7 of Pentacles could indicate that this might be a good time to just kind of try to take a little bit of a break. Maybe you're running around, maybe you have a lot to do, and you're really trying to hurry up and get to a certain goal, like to complete a certain project or just to get to a certain station in life, whatever it might be. But 7 of Pentacles says that you might be rushing things. You might be, working really hard, thinking that it's going to make things go faster, but really you're just kind of tiring yourself out. That's one of the reasons why in a lot of tarot decks, when we see tarot cards, we see 7 of Pentacles with somebody working in a field, right? You could work your butt off all day. You could do all the planning, all the watering, all the weeding, but it's going to take time for those seeds to grow. So sometimes 7 of Pentacles is saying, look, you've done a good job. Maybe just hang tight for a bit, focus on something else or do something else while you're waiting for the other stuff to get going. So if you're feeling impatient or if you're feeling frustrated or if you're really just like trying to hurry up and push yourself, remind yourself that some things are going to take time. And there is such a thing that if you push too hard or try to make something happen too fast, you can have the opposite effect. You can have things fall apart, right? If you went and threw something in the oven and you turned the heat up all the way thinking, oh, well, let me get it like all the way max top heat, then it'll hurry up, it'll cook faster. It's not. It's going to be burned on the outside. It's going to be raw on the inside. So there is such a thing as pushing something too hard or, kind of messing it up if you're rushing it or forcing it. So try to find ways to distract yourself or try to find ways to keep yourself busy in different things and allow time to process. Those of you that you've been looking for work or you've been looking like you've been pushing something in terms of a business and maybe like you're waiting for people to get back to you or depending on the line of the business that you're in. Some of it can also be timing, like not a lot of people might, depending on where you are in the world, but in parts of the world where it's a holiday season, right? Like not a lot of people are necessarily hiring around the holidays unless you're doing retail, or like with business and things, unless you're selling or promoting some product. And even then, is it a product people are going to like buy for the holidays, right? If you're selling insurance, people might not be buying insurance for the holidays. So timing might be a factor. Don't be too hard on yourself, and try to focus on working smarter, not harder. Okay, that's sometimes a message too with this card. Our Wednesday, Thursday card, my darlings, is 6 of Hearts. Okay, with our little reindeer here, our little Rudolphs here. 6 of Hearts. So this is what's happening. You have been really moving forward with your life and trying to make things happen. And midweek with the Six of Hearts or Six of Cups, it's telling me, because you're already frustrated from Monday, Tuesday, you're looking back at your life and you're saying, I should have stayed where I was, or I should have done this, or I should have done this. And you're looking back at the old days saying that things were better before I dug stuff up, before I complicated stuff by moving forward. But the message here, my dear, is you might be remembering things better than they actually were, okay? You didn't make the decisions that you made now for no reason. And we as people have this tendency to leave a bad situation or to want to change something and then later on convince ourselves that, oh, it was perfect. And I shouldn't have changed it, and let me go back. We sometimes romanticize the past. We sometimes remember things better than they actually were. And there may be a case of that happening for you this week because you are feeling frustrated or in a hurry because you might not have hit certain goals yet, or you may have not, produced certain fruit yet. And this card is saying, hey, you need to take this into focus. You need to get focused here about this and take it into perspective that you might be pushing way too hard. And there's no sense in focusing on the past. That's one of the reasons why people start feeling depressed, because they keep looking behind them. Six of Hearts or Six of Cups could also indicate for some of you some kind of somebody showing up from the past. It could be some kind of a reconciliation. Maybe you've been really frustrated with a work situation, but you're finding a reconciliation, or there could be somebody returning, love life, family member, friend. It could be some kind of visitation from someone from the past as well, midweek with this Six of Hearts or Six of Cups. Your next card here, my dears, is Nine of Spades. You are just a ball of anxiety this week, Sagittarius. It doesn't have to be that way, right? So this is not a reading that's coming up to be a negative Nancy, right? It's just saying, hey, here's some things that might be going on in your head this week. If you're aware of it, you can be on top of it, and then you can avoid feeling anxious. You can avoid feeling depressed, And again, depending on what part of the world you live in and what your background is, if it is a holiday season for you, we have all this happy little holiday decor here, but people do get stressed out. People do get sentimental. They do get depressed. They do get hard on themselves because of financial concerns or whatever might be happening. And that Nine of Spades is telling us that you might be in anxiety. That Nine of Spades could also be referred to as Nine of Swords. And when we see Nine of Swords, it can be someone who's not getting sleep. They're having a hard time sleeping. They're really worried about the future. They're really judging themselves. And there's no need for this. There's really no need for this, because we already know from your first card, the only issue here is that, there may be issues of timing. You've done the work. You've planted the seeds. And now it's just up to time and science, to do the rest. To allow physics to take place here. So all you need to do is remind yourself of this. I think that this is going to be a week, Sagittarius, of you really kind of having an opportunity to master the negative ego, so that it's not freaking you out or worrying you or ruining your birthday week. For those of you that the last week is your birthday, Six of Hearts can be a good thing for you guys. Maybe you're going to get to see people you haven't seen in a while. Maybe you're going to have a good time. Try to focus on the positive and allow everything to work itself out in time. You may be pushing too hard. Let's go ahead and see what your money manifesting affirmation is for the week. And as always, guys, I invite you to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos as well. Some weeks those may be more resonating with you more than others, or they could add little extra tidbits of information. So you have instincts coming up here. Okay, instincts. And I find it so very interesting that you have this card And there's that little monkey on the card there. Monkeys, to me, I associate with playfulness, intelligence, and playfulness. I think monkeys are pretty dang intelligent. So, you know, the whole thing with smarter, not harder work and playfulness, you know, and it says here instincts, right? So, just in our natural ability, or, you know, what's kind of coming to you naturally here. You know, I invite you to take a look at the picture on the card and see what's jumping out at you, how it speaks to you, what it says to you, what symbolisms are jumping out at you. You know, that little angel or fairy flying over, I do feel you are being guided, you are being given ideas. But, you know, Spirit does want you to try to enjoy yourself a little bit more and not feel like everything has to be, you know, blood, sweat, and tears. Let's go ahead and see what your affirmation is here. It says, I act on my instincts and notice the signs and symbols in my life. Okay, so this is going to be your affirmation. You can say it the first thing in the morning when you wake up, the last thing at night before you go to bed. This is a really good time to kind of reprogram the thinking. It can be very, very helpful to do it at those times, Sagittarius. So I encourage you to, again, watch the moon sign, rising sign video. Watch the channeled messages for December, especially those of you, if you do find yourself feeling discouraged, or if you do find yourself worried, or, you know, having a hard time, especially, I think the channeled messages can be very encouraging. Those of you who are looking for more love life kind of stuff, check out the love readings. I do love readings separate on this channel. The links are in the descriptions there. And calendar for private readings will be opening up soon. You all should be seeing the 2020 forecasts coming up shortly after this video as well. Wishing you an awesome week, my dears. Take care.